Hi, I'm Nidhi. I'm from Tata Capital. Me and my team, we take care of digital strategies, growth, digital analytics, retention, everything digital happening at Tata Capital, basically. So, to start with, the topic for the day is matrix. How many people actually like this word, matrix? Chirag definitely would. Thank you so much. Oh, nice. Not many? It's maths, correct? Nobody wants to go deeper into maths, but I'll assure you, next 30 to 40 minutes, I'll try and have more hands by the end of the session. It's not maths. Matrix means how you're looking at something, how the drip has been. So, how many of y'all don't enjoy watching raindrops? Everyone does. It's a matrix. There's a process how that raindrops come, condensation happening. That's lots of science. I'll avoid that part since I see not many maths lovers, so I assume no science lovers also. So a raindrop, condensation forming, reaching down, providing nourishment to a seed, helping the seed to transform into a plant, a sapling, and then to plant or a tree. Similarly, in lending also, or for that matter, any BFSI, has to go through multiple processes, funnels, which helps us or the business, the product team, the business, or the sales team to just understand how we are working. Giving us a feedback on are my customers liking what I have built? Are they responding well? Am I hitting the right chords in terms of every product manager feels they have built best product. Everybody wants to build a WhatsApp. Are we succeeding? To a certain extent, yes, because we look into matrix. So let's look into some of the matrix and try and understand how they are functioning. We'll go with the first matrix. In the meanwhile, anyone from lending industry here? Good, I am. Sir, you're from? Vardhaman Fantasy. Okay, yeah. So, where your pain point lies?
It's difficult to say that way, but then pain point is usually lying the expectations because the person who want the lender wants the clients wants a more amount of loan and the lenders are willing to give a lot less amount of loan as per the CIBIL score or
Not able
the
to cater to the needs, or
yes, there would be a little bit a gap with respect to the give and take.
right?
Yes, that's the major pain points.
And how do you try to solve it?
Different ways. Trying to convince the banker that these are the things which can help, then there would be additional guarantees or stuff like that. So these are the things which we help.
So you got to your solution by knowing your problem,
Of course.
right?
Yes.
And how do you get to your problem?
By knowing the client and the bankers.
Indirectly, there.
Pardon? I didn't get you.
Indirectly, how do you get to it? How do you come to know that the majority of the issues are happening here? Your data tells you that.
Yes, of course.
And the data comes from?
Matrix.
And we are obsessed of?
Max.
Matrix. Yes. So I have one conversion here. Okay. So a typical funnel of PPC means paid campaigns. Anywhere in time, any point in time, you guys are not able to understand any terminologies, feel free to ask, please. So here we are trying to depict a case wherein we see that it's a journey, application journey, a typical loan journey which we have in front of us, where the users are coming from paid channels. The traffic is through paid channel. What we see here, of the total traffic coming on the page, only 4% proceed ahead and submit their forms. Crores spent to get that traffic and only 4% moving down the funnel. of which only 35% actually submits the document. Further pain for me. I'm just reading out the funnel for everybody's benefit here. So, form submission to approvals. So, your pain point, our pain point, everyone's pain point. 0.7% actual application being approved. Final disbursement is just 0.5% of my 100% audience coming from paid channel. So this matrix actually tells me where or at what level I should be hand holding my customer or even trying to make the journey easier. Absolutely some issue with form filling. By the way, this is not Tata Capital's data. This is the data that we are trying to explain it to you how it works. So, application form, definitely some issue customers are facing while filling up the forms. So, product plays an important role here. And the other part, at what ease my or my user, my customer is filling up the form. And if it's not moving to the next step, that means I am not providing sufficient information on the current page. I will need PAN card in step 2. Am I informing the customer well in advance? At step 1, maybe, that keep your PAN number handy, or we will be asking for your PAN number, which is secured. We will not be sharing with anyone. So you need to give that confidence to the customer. Every step, building your customer or educating your customer to the next step. Easy journey, creating personalization. I see that after document submit, 50% of my audience don't move ahead. I nudge them at all places possible, but still we try to nudge them that your journey is halfway through. Come on board, complete the rest of the part, and your loan will be approved. Or giving them that's just 2 more steps, and your loan will be approved. So, personalizing the journey, making them familiar with your journey, that it's just 2 steps away, and you will be done. This was on the overall paid. So, lending again has multiple products. Home loan being the well known, the most popular one. So, if we see here, and this is again from the paid traffic, of the total traffic, only 2% actually comes on my form submission page. I am doing something very wrong here. Half, again, 4% through normal when it comes to home loan, again 2%. Why would that be?
Probably because the kind of traffic that I'm acquiring is not in sync with what I'm selling in the manufacturer.
Absolutely, your target audience. I don't want to buy a home loan. I was looking for a car loan. I came to the platform, but there my product was not listed. I dropped off. Why would I fill the form? So it's very important to communicate well. Tell your audience or get those audience who've been asking for a specific requirement, or tell them upfront on the very first landing page, first page of your form filling. Similar journey follows where it's only 0.8% of disbursement. Again, multiple checks needs to be done, hence the percentage are very low. Your credit score plays an important role here. So hence you'll see that the funnel goes too narrow when it comes to a particular kind of loan. Moving ahead with personal loan, where at some point in time we all have been through this journey, at least form filling. Anyone in the audience who have had a great experience while filling a personal loan form, irrespective of the player? No one. No good experiences in loan filling journey. Acha, bad experience. What you felt when drastically?
Got it into this pre-approved section. Yeah. So we got it in the pre-approved section in HDFC Bank's net banking platform. So we just clicked and like got personal loan in the 10 seconds. So that was the experience what I had.
Wow factor for you.
Yeah.
So you were pre-approved or pre-qualified for that.
Pre-qualified for the personal loan here.
What if every bank knows what you want, or every lending companies? So there, your service provider tried to serve you rather than to sell it to you. So that's where we play a major role. That is, don't sell your product. serve your product. Definitely the bank knew that you already have a pre-approved, might as well take it. They would display, means showing the information proactively. So there was the entire emphasis come on to, like, tell your customers what they're eligible for. You don't know. So if you're trying to sell a home loan to a person who wants to do maybe buy a car, not your relevant audience. But if you want to sell a personal loan to the same person, obviously you can do that. Or a small ticket size loan. Somebody who is staying in a rented flat. Everyone wants to sell them home loan. Why? I don't want to buy a house. Rather, pitch for a home renovation loan, home furnishing loan. So give your home your own vibe. Why do I move into a new house just so that I like it? I can renovate the current home as well. So it's like serve to the audience, know what their requirement is, and then offer them with the plethora of products that we all have. That is the current matrix that we see for personal loan, where the disbursement percentage, if you compare it with home loans, are much better because you have pre-approved loans. And everybody knows about personal loan and kind of audience needs that. After acquiring your customer, so acquisition is very important because you're building up the base. Retention is furthermore important because you're building up on that base. You're spending less, but you're trying to retain the customer, which is a good in terms of ROI, which is another matrix that we all are obsessed with, ROI. So here, if you see that your existing user base that you have, who have dropped off during the journey, how you try to get them back. Because at some point in time, they have showed interest. They have applied for a personal loan. They have applied for a car loan. So how do you get them back? By providing them certain nudges. It could be online, wherein you give them a nudge through a web push, app push notification, or while you're browsing, you just checked your loan application, you were trying to fill a loan application. Another moment you're on Meta, Instagram. We should be able to catch you there as well, or communicate to there. You left something very important. Let's go back, fill it up, and then come here. Social media retargeting. Or while you're browsing, you were filling form on Tata Capital. You went over internet and you were surfing something else. We try and remind you, come back to the journey. Let's complete this process. It's hardly two step away. That's called as retargeting through different platforms. It could be through social platforms or through Google or through your internal platform also, email, SMS, at every drop off. So suppose it's like the paid it's through paid channel. And of the total audience who's coming, 19% fills the form. Because why the percentage is higher here? Any guesses? You're talking to them for the second time. They know you. And they're continuing the journey. They're not starting the journey. Hence, the conversion would be better. And this is the matrix that we all should be looking at. This should be the core metrics to follow. Because once the customer has been, they have shown interest in your brand or your product. Cater to them first. As I mentioned, it could be through Google Ads or through social media ads. Any questions still here? Or should we continue? For?
How are you targeting these? How do you clear your matrix, the filter?
So again, the targeting has to be very specific based on the product that I want to pitch for. So shall I take example of personal loan? Personal loan, any audience who is maybe looking for a vacation, who I know is a frequent traveler. You can opt for a personal loan and travel international. Anybody who's been obsessed with, say, Formula One racing. So correct. So you are my target audience. You like F1 racing. Why not go to Monaco and watch the match there? Watch the race there. How? Apply for a personal loan. Get the tickets. Go there. So that's how you create various segmenting, by knowing what is the requirement. Why are people buying personal loan? Why are they opting for personal loan? The four major classification or the requirement for personal loan typically are vacation, marriage, education, or consumer durable loans. So millennials generally wants to buy a phone. They go for a small ticket size personal loan. So different products, different segmentation, and that's how you target your audience there. Did I answer your question? Every step. Every step.
Do the Google search,
Right.
Google ad.
Yes.
So in which way, if it is loan, there are n number of people are applying for the loan, and
Absolutely.
out of which you are showing 50% of the ratio of the Google ad. Next
50%?
slide. Next slide. Yeah, return to product page 50%, na? Not this. Next. Yeah.
Yes. Retargeting.
So it is on 50%. Do you
Right.
actually get that 50% after doing the filter, or
It would be much higher if the targeting is very niche.
if the target is very
Yes.
niche? So how do you do
50%
that?
is not bad.
So in Google Ad, do you specific some keywords, or in which way?
No, so this is through social media, which says that you have already shown interest in my ad copy.
Because what happens in social media, I have seen the people used to move the ad in just 3 seconds. So how do you punch that thing?
It's called a brand recall. First thing is how well your creative is being made. Are you conveying the message to your audience? Are they even looking at it? It's like, as you mentioned, 3 seconds. It's even lesser than that. It's just thumb scroll and go. Absolutely. So first thing here for remarketing that plays an important role is how your creative is placed. Is it conveying the right message? Less of word, more of text. More of screen, which conveys the message that you have been doing something similar for this brand. Continue the journey. Yeah, please.
How many times you need to retarget that customer to get these results?
How many times? Show the ad.
Yeah.
So, through personal experience or a good practice, you should not be showing it to me more than 5 times. If I have not clicked in 5 times, I am not interested. Might as well use that audience for some other product.
I'll just quickly add a point here. When it comes to retargeting, right, all of these social media platforms that let you run ads have this filter for lookalike audiences. Pull your existing customers back into their database. Facebook knows, Google knows that this is the right segment for me. These are the customers who are willing to buy from me, right? Use that data in tandem with your retargeting ads. And that is when you get very niche targeting, right? You can target everybody who comes on your platform, right? I have 1 million traffic. I don't want to spend money on all those 1 million. All the people who fit the bill of my existing customer, I'd spend more money there, and probably 1 or 2 instances of my ads being shown to the rest of the folks, right? So we have that flexibility to do that.
Thank you so much, Chirag. And another point I would make is if your audience is not responding, not interacting with your ad, it's better to change the product. The person is not at all interested in personal loan. He was looking for a 2-wheeler loan. Did I answer it?
And very interestingly, in this conversation, if you've noticed, right, the problem statement was never, people coming to my platform, me not being able to target the right way. The problem drilled down to the messaging and the ad copy and the creative that I was using, right? So if you look at the science of drilling down into numbers, you will always reach a stage which is always qualitative in nature, as opposed to quantitative interventions that you can do on your product, on your platform, right? Interestingly, all the funnels that we've seen, they're all sequential in nature. Drill down very narrow, by product, by channel. That's where the real meat is, right? I know that, my retargeting funnel or my upsell funnel is not that great, but the problem is with Google PPC ads and not social media ads. Social media ads, I'm getting a product return of about 50%. However, on a Google PPC ads, it's 19%. That's where the real problem lies. And if you don't drill down into your funnels enough, you will never reach the real problem statement. We will always keep figuring out, hey, my retargeting funnel is not working. What do I do? What do I do? Your answer's right here with your numbers.
This room is acting like a typical classroom. Only the first benchers are interested or absorbing more, kind of a funnel, more absorption, and it drips down. Last benchers, come on. They should be the one more interested. I am a backbencher. No, that's okay. They'll get active. They have taken it up. So moving ahead, another important funnel matrix for every organization or every team, I would say, is upsell. Anyone to disagree or have some thoughts on this? We'll start from there. Anyone there? Then we'll go into our normal funnel. No thoughts on this? Is even upsell important, sir? Sorry? You can answer in one word, yes, no, that's okay. It is important. See, even the backbenchers agree. We're not sleeping, right? So, how it happens is I have a base, I have my own set of customers. I need to build up my trust with them. I don't want them to be just a repeat user or have more product per user, but I want to be with them whenever they have any kind of requirement or whenever during their stages of life they are in need of any kind of help in terms of loan. I should be the one helping them. How this happens? You have an existing set of behavior with the organization. I know I can preempt slightly maybe that how your future journey would be based on segmentation, your previous behavior, how you have been interacting with us, based on your life cycle as well. You're getting married. It is supposed to be that you would go out for a vacation, you need some kind of monetary help there. Then your wife will force you to buy a new house for you. Then again, you need a home loan. After that, maybe you would need education for loan, maybe for yourself, your wife, or for your kids. So the journey continues. So, as a brand, you should be there with your audience everywhere. This is called upsell. Not trying to sell, but trying to serve you better, be with you as a trusted partner. How this typically happens is I might be targeting an incorrect set of users. Hence, I see only view product of 20%. The person doesn't even need a home loan. And I'm trying to make that person realize you need a home loan. What do you see there? Drop off. How do you build up on that journey or how do you correct that process? Any guesses till now? Like last 20 minutes, we would have got some answers to this question. Bang on. Anyone else would want to challenge this answer? First benches, your time to shine. No, there could be two best answers for a single question. Yes, please. Oh, lovely. Last benches, super active.
So predictive model can be used to identify the right segment of the consumer.
Correct. Personalizing a right set of audience is the key to have a better conversion. Correct, ma'am? Agree to it. Thank you. So how it happens is when you as a brand personalize a content with empathy towards user, a correct targeted set of user, the user know that you are the brand to be trusted on. Or I can go ahead with a second requirement with that brand. Typically, document submission here, which comes to around 4% for an existing customer, this is much higher because you're already my customer. We have most of your detail. So here this typically comes that the loan disbursement again are higher because we know your credit score history, your financials, everything. So the disbursements are higher. But at each stage, you need to play a very important role so that the matrix again looks better. That is, at document submit stage, I can have a auto population of my data. I don't even have to give my name or number. I am your customer, you are sending me a communication. I just say an okay and you pre-fill the form. Wouldn't that be great? Everyone would prefer that. Let's do that in our own organizations. Let's make a seamless journey for the user. manual typing, nobody wants to do that, especially when it's on your phone. You would want to have a drop down rather than typing city MUM BAY. Nay, fir go back, make the space correction. Then you see everybody have different spelling for Mumbai. Create drop downs, make it easy for the customers to navigate. You just have 3 seconds, correct, sir? To get the attention from the audience. Make full use of it. Shall we move ahead? Any questions here? Now this side should get active. Are you guys waiting for me to tell? Is it?
Yeah. So
Now the slides ask you. Oh, great.
So I just want to make a comment on the personalization of the content here.
Okay.
Since it's quite relevant. So I recently read somewhere it's very relevant in today's time when the AI is also gaining grounds everywhere. We are talking about the AI. So see now the ads are personalized on the move. So suppose you have all the customer data at some central location. It can be any server, whatever it is. And when you see the customer behavior on the internet, how he's behaving, how he's going on the different websites, and basis that a personal ad with a personal copy, personal content is generated for that particular customer right on the move.
Absolutely.
On that very second.
Yes.
So that's the new age of marketing now. You don't need to
Brilliant,
create like, okay, 5 different personas and 5 different types of ads. No, that time is over now. A special ad created for you, special ad created for me. That's the new age now.
Perfect. Completely agree with you.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be.
So
Personalization.
yeah,
is
so
the
that's the thing which is going to happen very soon now. It's already happening actually. In next 1-2 months we'll see, because
Everyone
now the
getting a
AI is also
customized ad.
progressing. Yeah, so with the inclusion of AI with the marketing automation, you will see now this happening very soon.
Correct.
Yeah.
And one most important thing here is feeding the data back to your machine. So data is the oil. Once you extract insights, you need to feed it back to the system. That's called machine learning. So you have to make your data or the funnel to learn on it itself, put in more information, anything you got to know, maybe segmentation over location-based targeting, age-based targeting. You never know. A 21, so this is through one of the insight, a 21-year-old boy or a man invest higher ticket size compared to a tier 1 45-year-old man on a desktop. Surprising? Because that's how we have been trained. Matured the audience, higher would be the ticket size. No, but go back, look at your data. Your data have changed in last 3 years. Nourish your data well, feed it back to your systems, get more insights. Sure. So with this, we will do
One
yes,
quick
Chirag,
question,
please.
right? I'm sorry we got AI and ML thrown around a lot. And I sort of have this problem when, we intersperse these words. I want to understand from the crowd, what is the difference between AI and ML? Very simple. Anybody who wants to take a stab at it. You want to take a stab?
Difference between ML and AI.
Difference between AI and ML, right? We see AI everywhere. Every tool out there is AI. People who ask the right questions suddenly become ML, right? I want to understand the difference between AI and ML. Yes.
In very raw, the way I'm just telling you, machine learning is basically when a machine is learning. So you are inputting lots of data into the machine and it's just learning. Okay. And AI is the output of that. So basically ML is the input and AI is the output in a broader way you can say. So when you are inputting the data, machine is learning, and finally basis all those concepts, maybe like machine has crawled the entire internet as we say now. That is what AGI is. So now when the machine has crawled the entire internet, basis that when they generate a human-like response, then that becomes artificial intelligence.
Precisely. And just to make it very simple for everybody in this room, right? The next time you see the word AI or ML, I can help you drill down if it is actually AI or ML. If there is a logic at the back end and there is an output based on that logic, that's machine learning. But if a system can create logics on the go, that's AI for you. ChatGPT is an AI, right? It changes the logic based on your input. any system that gives you predictive modeling, that's ML. There is a logic that is set, right? So with that thought, the next time you see AI or ML, you know exactly if you're in the right spot or no. With me? Super.
Thanks, Chirag. So after this complete exercise, let's do some more gray cell workout. Everybody game for it? So we have a short booklet for everyone. Can we please distribute?
Yes. So
Oh,
all
you
of
guys
you,
have. Great. Anyone there who have not received? We need one or two. Meanwhile, you guys can start just going through, maybe?
yes. So what we did was we asked AI to create a lending business for us, right? And that's what you have in your hands right now.
The
We've
outcome
created
is
a
in
dummy
hand.
business.
Yeah.
Yes, and surprisingly well, if you read through the brief, I was astonished. I wish it could. I would love to replicate my money. So what you have in your hands right now is a dummy business that we've created. We've given you what an ideal customer journey looks like. We've told you who the target persona is. And we've also told you what the business is all about. And we've created one very simple marketing funnel for you. Based on whatever Nidhi has just explained, I want you guys to go through it and find out problem statements. Nobody raise your hand and tell me, I want to increase my revenue. That's my problem statement. That's the end objective. Your problem statement lies a level or a level 2 below that. Take your time, go through these briefs, and the first person to raise their hands and tell me what the underlying problem statement is, they will get a shout out from the WebEngage social media team. Come on, let's do it.
None. Any assistance required here? Good. Seems like an exam hall now. It's actually a workshop. It's a classroom.
Yes.
First we had my students sitting, only the first benches asking, then we got the last benches, the back benches also asking questions. Now everybody is engrossed in the question papers.
Yes, we have a first hand. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So when it comes to paid traffic, so 100% people are arriving at the page, but out of this, only 20% people are starting their loan application form, and out of this, only 4% customers who have started loan application form are completing their entire loan application journey and submitting the form. So that is the core problem statement. What I can understand from this particular booklet, whatever you have given.
If I'm allowed to,
Brilliant. Yes, sir.
Two things that I see. One, the fundamental problem with this AI-generated business is that the traffic is all 100% paid. In my view, that's that's building a new age unicorn with no business in sight. I see that to be a very big problem. The funnel after application submission looks great to me, but everything before that can get better. But I because this is all artificial anyway. The real challenge here, again, I'm going back to, is what I see is it's paid traffic. Everything is paid traffic, and the problem with paid traffic is that the conversion rates are always going to be terrible, right? No matter what the channels be. So there has to be some semblance of organic growth, some semblance of organic traffic. If that were the case, the funnels would have been slightly better. But that's, again, my limited view.
So I'll quickly take this opportunity to defend AI. This is an L2 funnel where this is only for paid traffic. Traffic that's coming through
Only
paid
for
sources.
paid traffic.
Yes, we have one more hand.
Hi. So I see the loan application submitted is 80K or whatever, 4%, but approved is only 50% of that.
Right.
So I believe that since it is a paid traffic, so it has the targeting should be done properly. That
Bang on. You are getting a lot of people on your platform, but they're not the right target audience. So I like to ideally call your ICP as Champa. You need to know who your Champa is, right? Yeah, I love that name for some reason. So coming back to your problem, sir. You said people start filling the application form, but only 4% are actually submitting. I want to open the floor to this one problem statement and help me solve it. How do I make sure that more and more people complete the application process? I want ideas now.
Yes.
Autofill is one. Superb. What else? What else?
Here we had a hand.
Nudging them on email marketing. Superb. Yes, sir.
Apart from autofill, how simple the form is. It is how you design the whole.
The ease of
Exactly.
Yeah.
101 of CRO. The longer the form, the greater the drop off. Simple as that.
Adding more drop downs instead of asking customer to fill up the entire information, so that will definitely reduce the job.
Absolutely. More drop downs, lesser friction
The
points.
UI UX.
UI UX.
UI.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Making the form more engaging. Yes. Okay. And personalized. Any ideas that come to mind? How would you achieve that?
Hello. Okay, so we can have a pre-filled data for the user, or we can have a engaging web forms which are already pre-filled. There are two ways to do that, and rather than asking all the question in one single form, we can have we can divide that questionnaire into multiple form, like how we have a type form, asking 2-3 questions first, getting those information. Based on that sequence, we can show him the next question, which are highly engaging for that particular user.
Take a bow, man. Absolutely brilliant. Yes.
And maybe from 20% to the 4%, we can have assisted form filling, where a user calls up the applicant and helps them fill up the form or fills the form on their behalf, and that person reviews it. Because for loan applications, usually you need a lot of details and you can't get away from it. But the user is also
Providing assistance. Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point. We had some hands from the back. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Also integration with the external data part, where I am filling one information and you are capturing other information from others. And also introducing some nudges and alerts throughout the journey, because sometimes with the data, you will realize where they are dropping. If it's a 2-page or 3-page form, you're realizing the people are dropping from this particular field, then we can optimize those fields and provide maybe examples there.
Right. And look for the time spent on that.
Time
particular
spent on
field.
that.
Perfect.
To get more users to apply for the form, you can waive off the fees partly or fully, so they can get some incentive and encouragement to apply for the loan also.
Incentive is one interesting way.
At the back,
There's one
please.
hand. There's one hand.
At the back.
Sorry, guys.
Hello. So my idea was to gamify the experience, because you could have a psychometric analysis done for those who don't have a credit score for themselves. So when you do a psychometric analysis, you can get at least the level of which he's applying loan and what his capability is. And with credit score, you're making the unbanked banked. So at least this can be something great for a country like India, because we need to even know how many services are actually targeting the tier 3, tier 4 city to the mainstream, which none of them have been able to. So only it's the SBI that is doing fabulous there. So this could be something great if you gamify, and within 3 minutes, you get the psychometric analysis that gives you the financial consciousness of that person. So yeah, that could be something which could be added.
Interesting take, something new, right?
Yeah, so today the lot of customer information is already available in digital format on various platforms. Okay, so I would say that you should not ask the questions which are not, which you can directly have the answers from the digital. Okay, so if you can fetch my ITR, if you can fetch my credit score, if you are able to fetch my EPFO and other things, why you want to ask me the income proof or income questions or anything? Okay, my address, my EKYC, everything is available in digital format. Okay,
So rather than asking a question, just find out a way, engage with the
Or
partner.
take customers' consent to.
Yeah, of course, with the consent.
Huh.
Okay, so now there is a platform for the consent also by the
Absolutely.
government.
Take customer
Yeah.
consent to get their information.
Yeah, to
and
get their
store it.
information which
Perfect.
is available.
Good.
So
Good one.
just take the consent, fetch all the information, ask only the questions which are relevant, or you can apply a AI model over there, and you can ask only the questions which you think are key risk indicator for the customer, and ask the question from the customer about that.
So out of your 20%, 4% have actually failed it. So you should have some kind of feedback mechanism to actually ask those 4% on why they failed it and like how was your experience, right? Because they actually took the effort of doing it. So if you can get some feedback from them itself, they are the best judge of it. Also, on what Sir said, you can add the account aggregator model to make the journey simpler. So yeah.
Sure. I'll quickly jump to Ablesh and then I'll add my 2 cents.
At the risk of stating the obvious, I think somebody already said drop-offs, getting them back, getting them to start from where they left is a pretty stated and obvious way. Any marketing automation stack helps you, right? So anybody who's wondering should do that definitely. But I was trying to say something else, Nidhi. I think, all my fintech friends, the founders, they run these companies called BNPL. If it were up to me and those people, we would form a company, try to be a disruptor to you, and we'll do disburse now, fill later. Yes. So I just coined DNFL, if that sounds any stupid, but that's the 100% foolproof way to bypass the form filling. Anyway, but all good takes. Thank you guys. Thank you for your responses.
Brilliant. Brilliant. So all the ideas that I heard, right? You want to nurture them, bring them back to your platform, take feedback. There is one fundamental problem with all of this. You don't know who that customer is. You don't have that information. So your primary problem statement is identifying these users who are coming to your platform, converting unknown users to known users. And the obvious solution, Sir just mentioned, have lazy load. Capture PII in the first level, email ID, phone number. Everything else can follow. If a customer has dropped off during that stage, you can obviously nudge them back. Make it more conversational. Just take their phone number, continue the conversation on WhatsApp. They can fill out their entire KYC on WhatsApp. Gamifies the experience, right? And if somebody is dropping off, you can nudge them. WhatsApp as a channel has absolutely brilliant conversion rates.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
So you can take that into account as well. What else? What else? Any other problem statement that you guys have identified? Yes.
I am from a risk background, and what I see is that only 50% of the customers are repaying the loan. So that means 50% is an NPA. Now this company is going to sink very fast.
Very absolutely brilliant observation.
And we are talking about only customer form filling journey. Repayment is a more important part. If they are not repaying, I am going to bleed financially like anything.
But is that a correct observation? Because loan approval and
Disbursement.
These are two different stages. So approve doesn't mean disburse.
No.
There's
a drop there again. There's a part there.
So it's not 50% NPA as being observed. That's fine.
It's on disbursement actually, not on approval.
That number is not mentioned. That number is
Not mentioned. So one interesting thing that we observed at Tata was people are very impatient while filling a form. So if you tell them that there are 3 steps, they are mentally prepared that I have to be on this page till the 3rd step is completed. So just tell the user, benchmark them, or give them a milestone. You have crossed 1st step. You're at the 2nd step. There are 2 more steps to go. So that will help in keeping the customer also engaged and setting up an expectation. 3 more to go. It's not like I'm just filling it up, and I'm getting a form at every 2nd page. So setting up the expectation and showing up how many pages are there.
Absolutely. Again, CRO 101, right?
Sorry? Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yes. What else? Obviously, AI cannot create a sustainable business as we just saw, as Sir just mentioned. But what else? How can we make this business stay afloat? What else can we do? Something different, something radical, something that no other lending company is probably doing. let's give a couple of ideas to Nidhi as well to take back.
Absolutely. Please do that.
Yes.
You can make the form user friendly, elaborate by different languages, you know. A lot of people with different languages they're using, so they might not understand English, Hindi, Marathi, Gujarati, you know, and plus.
Absolutely golden. Absolutely golden.
Yeah, and one more thing I want to say is that regarding filling up the forms, make it more objective. You know, the click of a mouse, you move much faster than subject to keep on typing stuff, clacking the key and all.
Content localization. None of us think about that, right? Somebody who's coming from Gujarat versus somebody who's coming from West Bengal versus somebody who's coming from Mumbai. Serve them the content in their regional languages. Not everybody understands English. Maybe a massive drop-off is because of that. And that you'll only get to know with A/B testing, right? So you'll have to serve regional content to some subset, English to some subset, and see what's winning, and then run the rest of the campaign that way. But again, interesting take, content localization. Yes. Super.
Wherever required in your mobile apps, because if you're targeting a rural audience, they don't know how to type, right? Even the smartphones haven't penetrated to that extent, which enables these people to actually communicate. So, and I know a couple of banks, small finance banks, who are actually on their way to kind of integrate these things. But I think this is very, very important when you're targeting depending upon the audience, of course. But if you're doing it, yeah, speech is required.
Absolutely. In fact, one of the stages in the disbursement process is I have to do a video KYC.
Absolutely. Yes.
Why not reduce the form altogether and put that e-KYC or that video KYC right in the front? We could try that. We could obviously try that. Not everybody might be open to turning on their cameras and start speaking, but hey, if that reduces the drop-off, it does. Right?
You
Super.
actually gave one solution while you were giving another solution. A/B test. Yes. Do multivariant test, A/B testing for every form. That will give you what your optimal journey should be.
And it's not that it's a lot of tech hassle, right? There are tools that let you A/B test everything, right from the UI to the content to the experience. Leverage it.
So I'll give one example here. We tried experimenting with the CTA, the nomenclature for the CTA. Apply now versus get personalized offer. No brainer with CTA 1, right? Get personalized offer. We are obsessed with offers.
Yeah, the moment we see offers and discounts,
कुछ मिलने
कान
वाला
खड़े
है।
एंटीना ऊंचा
कुछ
चाहिए.
मिलने वाला है.
Right. Yes.
There is a very famous saying that 50% of the marketing budget is wasted, but we don't know which 50%, right? So lots of money is anyways being wasted. So just a simple idea that, for example, why not give that money directly to the consumer for getting something out of him, some data? For example, if I say like personal gratification, immediate gratification, I say to the consumer that, okay, you fill this form in next, let's say 30 seconds or 40 seconds. And at the end of the form filling, you will get a 100 rupee Amazon voucher instantly. Now it could be Amazon voucher, it could be something else, anything, right? Now agreed that, okay, out of those 100 customers, 90 customers will fill only for that voucher. They will not become my customer. That's fine. But anyways, I think that money spent is better as compared to spending money on a hoarding or on a bus shelter, right? So that's a way of looking at it. Second is, like for example, I get lots of mails saying that you fill this, whatever, this data and you will get your CIBIL rating for CIBIL score free of cost. Because normally if you want a CIBIL score, you have to spend some 700 and 800 rupees. Right. And but there is a fine print also that means you are also giving us permission to approach you for selling further products. So I think that's also a good idea, because even I fell into that trap or whatever you say, because I got my CIBIL score and then I was approached for personal and other things. But that is also good enough. Yeah. So instead of wasting money on something which is not generating any returns, I think it's always better to give money directly to the consumer. Lots of companies like Zomato, Paytm, they started like that. Even Google Pay. So you do something, you get an instant voucher. Of course, yes. Why to pay to the vendors? Why not give it to the consumers directly? Yeah.
Completely agree. So this can also have a cross-sell benefit there.
That's an interesting concept we also follow, right? Taking money from Google and giving it to people. We believe in that, right? Customers want incentives. At the cost of increasing the junk signups, you're also increasing your customer database who might not be willing to buy today, but sometime down the line will convert, right? So if it's the cost of database, if nothing else, right? Exactly, right. We have one more suggestion that I can take. Anybody else, any thoughts? Yes.
So you talked about keeping business alive, right? So we are just discussing about 18,000 customers who converted or who applied for the loan, but we are not talking about the cross-sell business what this company is capable of. So this company, what case study what you have given, that company is into multiple businesses. They're into insurance, they're into wealth business. So we can cross-sell these customers, get some data out of them, and pitch some other product in order to keep this business alive. So that is one thing that left from this communication.
Absolutely. Cross-selling, upselling. I've been talking about this for the last 6 months, 8 months now. 80% of a company's profits come from the 20% of the customers that you retain, upsell, cross-sell. If you want the business to stay afloat, sell smaller ticket items, right? That's easier for them to consume, easier for you to sell, lesser money you're spending, and eventually keeping your business afloat, right? With that said, I'd like to thank Nidhi for taking out her time and agreeing to do this. Absolutely insightful, absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much, Nidhi. We have a small token of appreciation from us. And thank you, everybody, for your participation. Thank you for keeping the conversation alive.